Welcome to another mom chat. My name is Julie Deem, and I'm here with my cousin Kat. Hey, Kat.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. It's kind of fun to get back on here. I feel like it's been a few weeks. We've had some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah. I mean, life was hitting us hard. It's in all good things. It's just, between fall breaks and Halloween and just our own respective businesses with a lot going on there. It's been a moment.
And then the time changed.
Oh
Now it's like
gosh.
dark at 5. What time does it get dark over there for you guys? I'm at the age where I'm Googling the sunset times of where I am.
I'm still there. Around 5. Yeah. So, and then for us, it's kind of weird because like we're down in a valley, so it gets darker earlier because the sun goes over the hill. So it's really around between 4:45 and 5. So yeah,
Yeah, we're flat, so we're going down like around 6.
that's nice. I wish, I feel like that's an appropriate time, 6 or 7. If that could just be year round, that'd be great.
Yeah. It's just more the drudgery around thinking like it's gonna be like this at least till the end of January or so.
Yeah, I know that's right. But I always say, I'm like, was it December 20th, the winter solstice? That's the shortest day of the year. And then you gain a minute of daylight every day after that. I think that is the rule or whatnot.
But
Like,
as it fades out, like it's like November though. So you got the we're shortening, and then it peaks, and then we're expanding, and still there's that window between November and January where it's basically dark at dinner time.
yeah, which is sad because it's
We'll get
also
through.
for like I know my kids love like they get their homework done and winter season tends to be lighter with immediate after school activities. So they're like they want to be out in the yard. And it was so funny. They were like running around in the yard with headlamps on because they wanted to play and it was getting darker. And I was like, hey, more power to you. Way to be um you know,
Creative. I mean, that's
yeah.
very
And just
innovative.
so because it is cooler temps, the humidity is not as like oppressive, so or non-existent now. So
Right. So now we're talking about time management prioritization today, and it's kind of interesting because we are for sure seemingly in this consistent state of wow, we have a lot to do, and wow, time is just getting away from us.
mhm. Absolutely. And some of that is felt with the busyness of our culture. It's that, dare I say, hustle culture of like, whether intentionally or unintentionally, there is something to do every minute of the day. Also, with having accessibility to being able to scroll, being able to have thousands of options, more than thousands, I don't know how many options, to have stuff on demand, to watch on TV, to constantly have some source of entertainment with yourself. It's the need or the oh my gosh, my email inboxes. Oh my god, why so many emails and why so many apps with like all the things and so many messages and group messages. My gosh. Like when one of those gets set off, you're like, whoa, what happened? So yeah.
Yeah, and I've picked up this like new habit of signing up for free whatever I find, webinars, events, conferences. If it's free and there's a link in somebody's stories, I have like suddenly decided, oh, I'm clicking that and I'm signing up, only to be like inundated with more and more stuff that I already didn't have capacity for to be adding to my plate. And I'm just like, this seems fun, I'm gonna do this. And you're I know you can relate, but we're constantly picking up new books we want to read, and meanwhile we got to actually do work stuff, and we have a family, and it's like, how is this already November?
Yes. And that's one thing with the freemium things I have gotten very selective on signing myself up for because I went on a spree of like, oh, that's cool, I'll do that. And it just sat in my inbox. And then the guilt of like, I signed up for that, I should do that. And even though there was no monetary investment, it was like just free. It was just like it's just sitting there. So and then I would get their newsletter or whatnot, with whatever supplying my email list. And then I was like, well, I'm not even reading these. I'm taking the time to delete it, which that amount of time to delete their stuff, I could have probably taken their freemium thing that I never did. So I'm just gonna unsubscribe.
Well,
So,
without going down to a rabbit hole about this, I will confess that the first time I discovered HubSpot, oh, they have done such a great job. I was like, oh my gosh, who needs to go to college for this stuff? HubSpot's got all the free stuff.
oh, HubSpot. It's great. I was actually on there trying to update my email signature because that is a really great free tool. The email signature there.
All the free tools, they have everything in HubSpot. I was like, man, I could stay in here all day.
Don't go down the rabbit hole. Pull yourself out. Like,
It is intense, but shout out to HubSpot. So if you're checking it out, that's a great resource of cool stuff that you would definitely get
well,
sucked into.
and especially like if you're just starting out, if you looking into the entrepreneurial thing and you're trying to understand, there's a million things that you could need or want, and we're all looking to try and run more efficient not only lives but businesses, so that because time is the finite resource and we can't make more of it. And I don't know, as my kids get older, I feel like time gets just goes quicker, and there's more things they want to do more, so it's not just me and my husband, it's they want to fill their time. And so right now I still need to help facilitate that. But um I allow for time, I budget time in my work week to facilitate that need to want to explore and see what's out there. So I'll budget, it's maybe 30 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever, it's week dependent, and set a timer on my phone and being like, ooh, now's the time I get to go explore or do, or that free thing that I signed up with, or newsletters that I actually do want to read, but I wind up just deleting them because I'm so like, oh, it's been sitting there and it's been unread. I'm just deleting it. I'm never going to get to it. Putting it into a folder in my account so that I can go back, and during that time I go through and I read. And it's made me feel like there's less clutter around me, less digital clutter or less mind clutter of, ooh, is there a better scheduling app? Is there a better this, or is this, it is, at least for me, that is one thing that has helped satiate that need to like, ooh, let me go down a rabbit hole here, or let me utilize these freemium resources, or read the newsletters that people take the time to write.
Right. And I appreciate that you use the term budgeting, because budgeting your time is exactly what it looks like for me too. And the sense that I want to be efficient with my time. I understand that we only have 24 hours in the day, and I get to choose what I want to do with those hours. And sure, things come up, and sure, things seemingly take much longer than you ever budget for. And so you have to understand, what that looks like in terms of flexibility, and giving yourself that grace to know that sometimes things are going to have to get chopped from that wonderful budget because it just wasn't in the budget.
Exactly. Or you don't have the energy or bandwidth to fulfill on it. And, it is that budgeting. And the one thing I also really stress, not only with my clients, but is we all get 24 hours, but our 24 hours can look totally different, and that's okay. And if you get really clear on what you want to prioritize, so for me, in those 24 hours, I want to prioritize, and I'm going to lump a little bit of this, so like my wellness, so that's my nutrition, my sleep, my physical activity. That is a prioritization that it does within reason. It doesn't get cut out. I'm always assessing and addressing and meeting myself where my energy levels are, but also family time, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's being mommy taxi, and that time in the car is spending with my kids and checking in with them, homework time, or, spending that time at night checking in with my husband, because half the time we are ships passing in the night, even though we both, can see each other all day because of our jobs allow us to be at home, work from home. We're ships passing in the night. We barely see each other. And then also, I forgot what the third thing was. I prioritized. It's pretty bad. Maybe it's not a priority. So, work is always a priority, but like, I forget what the third thing is. Did I say rest yet? Sleep?
I
Downtime?
mean,
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like I slept since it's the beginning. Since we started, like, huh? What are we talking about time and budgeting? We're killing two birds with one stone right now, because we're content creating and we are out here also hanging out together. So this is my cousin, right? And we get to hang out once a week, and we get to record a video. And to me, that looks like almost like I'm like getting a bonus incentive, right? Like I get to hang out with you and we're recording content that is going to be distributed out to people like you who are listening and get to enjoy our random rants.
I know. And we don't have it all figured out. We're just trying to, I just trying to make it through the day now.
Facts. I mean, literally on a basic level, we're just trying to survive. And, when it comes to prioritization for me, I'm always looking for the double win. Like, I am such a motivated person when it comes to just life. And I love opportunities to double up. So, Kat and I are both really into reading. I enjoy reading because I enjoy learning, which I love sharing what I learned. And to capitalize on my learning reading time, I like to sit on the couch and read with my children so they can read and I can read and we can hang out.
Yes, that is one I love. Like I have polar opposite children. One, it's not that he dislikes reading. It just doesn't come natural. And I can totally empathize because I was that child when I was little. And then my other one loves reading. So it's just, we all sit on the couch and read, no devices or anything. It's just sit and read. And it's like, I don't want to say family reading hour, and it's not every night, to be quite honest, it might be once a month or once every other month. I don't know the metric on it, but we try, and it's like, all right, time to read. And it's good. I think the modeling behavior there is massive when we all kind of dive in and do it together. Because reading isn't misery, but misery loves company. Company loves doing the same thing. We all like doing things in that community aspect. So,
One, I think, there are downsides to the reading together because I will get stopped every other page with the, oh my gosh, you got to hear what happened in my book. And I'm like, this is definitely what comes with, you want to share about your book.
yeah, that definitely happens. Or am I done yet? Or is this over yet? Why do I have to keep reading? I'm like, just keep reading. Just put your nose in the book and read.
Another great example of double win time for me is we've been after dinner, you take 5 minutes to do ab exercises, so that on ice cream nights we do ab exercises, and it's like a short 5-minute ab workout, and doing that together is nice quality time, but also you feel excited about the ice cream, like this wonderful reward system of, look, we just went through again another miserable situation. I don't like ab workouts, but I will do ab workouts if there's ice cream involved.
Yes, I don't like ab workouts. I like tying it together with compound movements.
You're like, I call that carrying groceries from my car to the house. Double win. I got my ab workout, my cardio steps in, and the groceries are safely put away.
But it's true. I mean, you use your total body using carrying groceries and they're not heavy. I'm also the person, like, I don't want to take 2 trips, so I load myself up. So,
because we are very motivated people in life.
Yeah, it's, I will take 2 trips if not necessary because I do not want to break eggs or bruise.
Or sever a finger. Like,
oh, yeah. I mean, there have been times I'm like, sorry, today you are the Pinky, you are the sacrificial finger today. We're going.
It's the like last minute changeover to like unlock the door.
Yeah. Oh my
like,
God.
I don't need this arm anymore. I need to unlock the door.
I know. It's like, sorry, you're taking one for the team. It is true. And I think one of the things, just speaking for the industry that I'm in, being, personal trainer in the fitness industry, I think one of the things we discredit is the everyday movement and how that movement can be there to strengthen. Now, yes, moving your body with good postural integrity helps, but seeking movements that way. And the more you incorporate your kids into it, as well as, your partner or whatnot, like it's going to be more effective. You set up, I'm going to say a safer environment where it's inviting for movement. Everybody's curious about movement. Everyone's going to, in time, seek movement. It's not a like, okay, we just did this together, therefore it's our norm now. But also moving your body in untraditional ways. Like, there are times, and I will say this to the grocery point, where I'm like, you know what, I'm carrying one bag in every time because I have been locked at my desk and I've barely moved, and I need that extra movement for myself. So, or, the times I kind of get annoyed where I'm like, oh, I was just upstairs and I forgot that. I'm like, okay, cool. It's one more running upstairs and downstairs. So that's a cardio output. And so it's just getting that extra movement outside of traditional workouts, which is very impactful on your health. I think one of the misconceptions with working out is you always have to be in the gym to get an effective workout, or that's the only place you can get a workout, but you can do it around the house as well. And it will complement workouts in the gym or in a traditional workout environment.
I mean, speaking of, gym and regular exercise, it's doesn't equal health. I go to the gym every day. I'm a very regular morning person at the gym. I have gym friends, like it's a whole nother world. And I will say that as somebody who goes to the gym regularly, you see people of all sizes that also go to the gym regularly. Like you can go to the gym regularly and still be unhealthy and still not get your steps in and still not be doing, much for your health.
Yeah, I mean, most everyone has seen the quote out there that your workout is 4% of your day, or 2% or 1%, whatever, like a small percentage, under 5% of your day. And, that is just because you go to the gym does not equal health. There's a lot of outside things in the other, we'll just make it a nice number, 96%, using 4% of your workout, 4% of your day as your workout, that can actually have a greater impact. So does that mean you need to do all the things? No, I think slowly incorporating things in that are going to aid. So a lot of us, I mean, I'm a personal trainer and most of my job is sitting at a desk, like, so it's finding pockets of time after we're done here. It's 2 to 3 minutes of movement. It doesn't mean I'm doing jumping jacks. It's, shocker, laundry day has been moved up to Thursday this week. What? Because that's what it is, the schedule. Friday's always my laundry day.
Today's Thursday. I thought it was Wednesday until like 8 a.m. I was like,
well, it's Thursday. I know I keep thinking it's Friday because I'm doing laundry because when it works in my house, but this week it needs to be Thursday. So it's like getting up and being like, okay, got to switch the laundry. And in that time, it's what else can I pair with it? Not to constantly be doing something, but like, okay, I'm going to move. It's a really nice day out here. So I'm going to go out and stand outside and get some fresh air. So it's knowing that we don't need to be chained to our desk. And if we can find small pockets of movement throughout the day, maybe it's 2 minutes here, cool. Do the 2 minutes here and then do that 5 times a day or maybe 6 times. And that's going to give you, it's going to compound on each other. So
exactly. And I think my point was the common misconception is that, somebody who goes to the gym 5 days a week is somewhat healthier than somebody who doesn't go to the gym 5 days a week, when that's not true. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that you can't be healthy if you don't have a gym membership. It doesn't mean you can be healthy because you have a gym membership. And when it comes to percentages, if you look at 5 days out of 7 days, that's only 70% of the week. And so if you are somebody who goes to the gym 5 days a week, you're operating at a 70% performance level.
Yeah, exactly. It's, and what you do in the gym also makes a difference too.
Oh yeah, I definitely see the retired gentlemen who love to walk on the track with their coffee cups all morning.
Yeah, which that's great, but let's get the strength training in there. Let's get the mobility. Let's, it's body composition. Let's look at your body composition. Like,
well, there's just a lot to it.
Oh, there is, and it can be simplified.
It can be. That's why that trendy term exercise snacking came about, right? Like, get up and do a couple squats on a commercial break. Like, it's not going to hurt you.
Exactly. And it's going to lead to wanting to do more. And, energy begets energy. And oftentimes people are like, well, I'm not motivated. I don't have the energy. Well, unfortunately, the way energy is like gain, the way you expand energy is you have to expend energy. And then your capacity to handle more energy happens. Now, not to contradict myself, but if you're not sleeping well and not getting that adequate sleep in, if you are someone who is a Netflix binge watching champion and you're up till 2 a.m. despite still sleeping, let me do some quick math here, till 2 a.m. till like 8 a.m., that's about 6 hours, which we'll extend it to 9. Let's say you don't have to be at work, or maybe you don't have any life commitments until after 9 a.m. in the morning. And, it's still not effective sleep. Like, you need to get into bed before midnight, and consistently going to bed and waking at the same times relatively within a 45-minute span. And that is going to allow you to have more energy increase, to allow your body to recover, to, be able to do more, versus being like, oh, I want to incorporate new habit or new hobby and not having the energy or the capacity because you're not allowing your body to rest, or you are doing all the right things but you're not getting the sleep and your body's not able to repair and recover, therefore you're not making progress. So there's a lot. I can talk for hours.
It is a lot. Definitely reach out to Kat if you have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But to summarize, I think when it comes to time management, prioritization, the big thing is you have to understand everyone has 24 hours in a day, and that time gets to be budgeted however you choose to budget it. But when it comes to prioritization, you've got to look at what areas are important to you and look for opportunities to maximize that time. So if it means doubling up and, reading a book with your children, or exercising a couple extra steps by taking a couple extra bags of groceries to and from your house, like, you have to look for those places and be intentional, because if you're not, time will get away from you.
Yes, 1,000%. You are in control of time. The choice is yours.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed this little chat with us. We can't wait to see you next time.
All right. See you next time.